Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and talk with Coach Vrabel. Coach, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
First of all, congratulations. You're in the tournament. I know you got a lot of football left. Division still in play here, but that means something to you, right? In the playoffs, year number one for you.
Yeah, I'm happy for the players. I'm happy for all the people here that haven't experienced that. And again, we can put that to bed and move on and figure out where that all fits after these next 2 weeks.
Speaking of these past 2 weeks, obviously Buffalo and Baltimore, two tough teams back to back. You were asked last week, can losing be a good thing? And I think you said, well, that remains to be determined. Now that you digested the Baltimore game, saw the tape, saw how many guys went down, how many guys stepped up, the big plays, the stops, the punch outs, how do you think the team responded?
Well, I think they responded well. I think they stuck together. I think that they handled the adversity of guys going down. I think they handled the environment. Again, there was a lot of things that we can continue to improve on, but, excited for the way that we finished the game. And, we didn't harp on mistakes and we tried to fix them. And, but down in the fourth quarter and being able to make the plays in all three phases that helped us.
Resiliency is a tough thing to establish with the team. Do you feel you have a resilient team, that it's coming that way?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that, when you can continue to show that you can get stops on defense or that you can move the ball or control the ball or, end the game in 5 minutes, and we've done that. It's just you have to do it each and every week. And I think you can draw on that. And, we needed a drive and we got it. We got a 2-point conversion. And, so there's a lot of good things in there and a lot of stuff that we'll have to continue to do.
We sat in these two chairs all year, talked a lot about Stefon Diggs, but he's a different cat. Big time, primetime game. I think 10 targets, 9 catches, 100 plus yards. How big is he for your football team?
Well, I think
not only
the energy and the spirit, the maturity, the leadership, he's got a great spirit to him. And I always appreciate that. I think that, we talk about this all the time. Every receiver in the National Football League, they want the ball. And then you have to have that attitude and that they're always open, whether they are or they aren't. You know that. You played quarterback. And so.
Somewhat.
Yeah, at times. Emergency, 911 situations. Yeah. But you know how it is. They want the ball. And they feel like they're always open. And, Drake gave them opportunities and Steph earned those. And, whether that was the zone coverage stuff or when they're in match and being able to come up huge and third down conversions and those opportunities to continue drives, we excelled at when we needed it yesterday.
Games going on, a lot of guys going down throughout the course of battle. I think you had eight guys on the list, 6 didn't return to the game. And I talked to you this on the radio side about managing each individual player this time of year if you get nicked up. How important is that, juggling a holiday, getting ready to play 2 divisional teams coming up, and just making sure guys are right for Sundays?
Well, we can only play one of them at a time, so we'll focus on the Jets first, and we'll focus on what the schedule is and how we get each guy ready that we think can play in the game. And if they can't play in the game, then we'll have to have a plan, and the next guy will go in there, and everybody will prepare as a starter.
I know Mike Vrabel was a big Thanksgiving guy. Is he a big Christmas guy?
Huge Christmas guy. Love giving gifts.
Or
paying for gifts.
What was better, being a kid at Christmas? And it's so different when you get that one gift that like maybe you want, you find it, or maybe you find it hiding under mom's bed.
Yeah.
Or you got 2 boys who are giving gifts to the kids.
Well, certainly being an only child, I think that Christmas,
spoiled.
There was some spoiling going on. But, certainly being able to give is important. And I know how much our players do. We got back at 4 a.m. and we had players on Monday at the hospital. We had 5 players at 11:30 at the hospital. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's important, and I'm proud to coach men like that know how fortunate they are to be in this position, and they give back with their time, with their resources, and their heart.
All right, time now for the Sports Illustrated ticket question of the week. Comes from Peter R. Let's talk about punch-outs. What's the right time to talk about them, to teach them? Do you see something on film? You guys had 2 punch-outs for turnovers in that football game, as opposed to tackling a guy or punching it out.
Yeah, I just think it's about timing and understanding. You could talk about the second guy coming in and looking for the hammer. Sometimes there's an opportunity for to be the first guy on the scene to hammer it out of there. But it's something that we're constantly coaching. I've talked about how important turnovers are. Sure. And the turnover opportunities. We have to track the action. How many times we're stabbing at the football? How many times we're getting our hands up in pass rush? How many of those ball disruption attempts? So that helped us last week. We'll need some more of that this week.
Good stuff. If you want to ask the coach a question, have to follow the team at patriots.com/askthecoach. Coach will be back later in the show. We'll talk more about some of the plays in the game. We have X's and O's still coming up too. More of All Access right after this.